John?
Yeah, good evening, Jeremy. How are you?
Very well, sir.
Welcome back to the driver's seat.
Thank you.
Yes, gee, Adelaide's a small world, matey. The other day I was up at Mayo. We had a climate change meeting up in their district up here, and there was 4 candidates on the stage there, and it's just so small that one of these gentlemen got up there and made a comment, and I heard him last night on your radio.
Oh, yeah?
That's why I'm ringing you up.
Okay.
Chris Macy?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Chris, he spoke about the greenhouse, the climate change, and look, just food for thought. There was 4 candidates standing there. Only one representative, who was Moogie Sumner. He's an elder Aborigine gentleman. Mm-hmm. He was the only person who showed any nous or knowledge or understanding. So just would like to put that there. The other 3 candidates are very disappointing. Mm-hmm. But Chris did mention last night about David Keith. So I did some research and got onto this guy's webpage. Mm-hmm. Did you get a chance at all to have a look at that, Jeremy?
No, I didn't, but I got from his conversation the kind of snapshot of a very interesting, but nevertheless controversial kind of character with strange beliefs.
Yeah, well, I got on it. Look, my wife is a little bit toe with me because I spent all day just doing some research. I had to for my own well-being. And, this David Keith guy, he's a real nutter, my friend. We should take him seriously, and I thank Chris for bringing it to my attention, because now I'm a little bit more savvy.
Well, I don't really think that there is anyone out there trying to pollute the world to reverse the rays of the sun back into space.
Yeah, well,
I mean, even if you could do it, I would think it would be very strange science that would want to make you do it or try to do it.
Well, the thing that I learnt today was not the word chemtrail, not Geo Engineering, but solar radiation management. Okay.
How the hell do you manage solar radiation?
Mate, I'm just a mere truck driver that has 4 children that are very concerned what's going on. That's all, Jeremy.
Yeah, but you sound to me like you've got common sense and some practical knowledge of day-to-day living.
Yeah. It's just that doing the research, you've got to, you've got to cut out the cheese, and I've gone into it, and this solar radiation management, they're putting stuff up there to reflect the sunlight. Now, all I know is that if we don't get our rays on this planet, we're in deep trouble, Dad. Deep trouble.
It's like carbon dioxide. If we don't have carbon dioxide, we would not have a planet. If we don't have sun.
It's quite balance, isn't it?
Well,
really?
we need oxygen, we need nitrogen, we need carbon dioxide, we need all the things that we have, and we have very cleverly over many, many millennia adapted to this society that we now, or this environment, which we call very hospitable.
Oh, yes. But look, it's just to touch bases with you. If you can, you've got nous, my friend. You just do a little bit of research with this David Keith. He worries me. No, seriously, he worries me. Yeah. There's something not kosher going on here.
Well, what would you think the agenda would be?
I think, look, anything, this is my mindset, anything that is what I call a squirrel, something that's, done behind closed doors, it's got to either be for military purpose or for some control. Nothing is what it is. Nothing is. But just if I can quickly, the other comment that Chris made, which made me look too, was in the Southern Oceans. Last night, those hectoparcels got down to 948. Now, that's really interesting because Cyclone Tracy, that was at 950 and recorded and registered as a cyclone at 950 hectoparcels. The ones down in our Gulf, down, mate, they are very, very, very low. So just food for thought. Look,
why? I never hear of cyclones coming out of the Southern Ocean.
Well, I did some research. There was 77 since, I think, 1956. There's 77 cyclones that we have, Tracy, these ones, right? Yeah. But if you look and go into doing some research, there's no cyclones below us. if you know what I mean, like South Australia, across and down.
No.
But the weather map is telling us there is cyclones down in our Gulf. But
Well, maybe they blow themselves out before they get talked about. But even on the weather map on television, you'd see the low pressure, or you'd see some sort of demonstration of that kind of meteorological activity.
Yeah.
Maybe we just don't bother looking, or maybe it's not significant to us.
Maybe we should be grateful, Chris, for keeping his eyes and ears open, because I didn't know. No, seriously, I didn't know, Jeremy, until yesterday, last night's show.
Yeah, well, it's not blowing up a storm, so I suppose until it inconveniences us or we notice it, it doesn't much matter to us.
Yeah. But anyhow, look, this Geo Engineering adaptation or whatever they are doing, I think and I believe it is real. There is something going on, and I think we all need to.
Yeah, but in all honesty, John, the truth is you can't keep a lid on anything. Everything leaks.
Eventually.
If there was some sort of arrangement where you had more than 2 or 3 people, and after all, the scenario that's being painted is that planes flying over, depositing into the atmosphere somewhere, something for which they apparently are allowed or they have authority to do, God knows. It would be such a story. It would get out. People would talk about it, and if there was if there was a sinister side to what was going on, you'd never keep a lid on that.
I could argue that, Jeremy, just through experience of life. Oh boy, I was involved in a federal investigation here in this country. You don't even know about it. Okay. There are things that are done on this planet that no one knows. And I'll give you an idea, and I'll be quickly because I could take too long to explain this to you. I was involved and exposed to low frequency vibrations. Now my body received 11 hertz.
Where were the vibrations coming from?
Okay, I've got to watch my P's and Q's because I've signed a gag order. I purchased a brand new prime mover. We're talking $250,000. I had problems with it. I'm a driver of 40 odd years, so when I said as a driver to the manufacturer, there's something wrong with the truck, and they disputed me and wouldn't accept my professionalism. I'm the driver, so if I say something's wrong, something's wrong. So anyhow, long story cut short, we got it tabled in Parliament. There's an issue with the trucks that are causing very, very dangerous vibrations. Very, very dangerous.
Dangerous for the road, dangerous for the driver, dangerous for who?
Also, look, when we had the federal investigation, I've got all documents. So I can
You had a federal investigation into a truck that was vibrating?
Oh, mate, this is killing people.
Really?
These trucks are 45 tonne. We're talking a single application.
What was causing the vibration?
It's called harmonic oscillating deflection. So it's a combination of the gearing of the motor, the revs of the motor, and in lay terms, it's watering down the beer. So the lateral stiffness has gone out of the trucks because we're doing things cheaper, you understand. So the truck isn't as rigid, and it causes this harmonic vibration where the actual chassis rolls.
And this is by coincidence, it's not by design, it's not by
design.
It's not a sinister thing.
Yeah, by design.
And the purpose of that is what?
Okay, when we went to air, I've been on media 5 times. That's all your 7:30 reports and current affairs and all those.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all above and it's on the records. When we first went to air, Jeremy, the manufacturer headquarters here in Australia, someone out of goodwill slipped me a lot of information because they knew that I was going to go for this. And I did.
Well, but cut to the chase. Tell me what the end game, in your opinion, after your experience and investigation, what were they trying to achieve?
All right, I would use in-house terminology. Okay, it's called a widowmaker. Now, I've been driving semis for 40 years, and I always assumed the word widowmaker was because of the job entitled what we do.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hard job out there.
Yeah.
But after getting all these documents from headquarters, which really hurts me now, a widowmaker is an in term for a lemon. Dead people can't talk, and they don't fix them.
Yeah, but there was an aeroplane they used to call the Widowmaker too. Well, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a plane that had a terrible record for falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you wouldn't want a semi-trailer.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want a semi to have the reputation of killing people because people wouldn't buy them anymore.
Well, the biggest problem is, Jerry, okay, and look, I'm a man of truth and honour, all right? You can check what I say. Anyone out there in listening to you, if you're listening to us, you can check, all right? We got it tabled in Parliament. We got a federal investigation which they took my truck and stole my truck and it's never been returned to this day.
Really?
Yes, I've got paperwork, all right? I will not say nothing that will get me into trouble. Not after taking on the squirrels. All right?
Who were the squirrels?
Johnny Howard, which was Labor, Liberal at that time, and then the Labor. We've gone through both. This took 11 years in the federal court.
Why do you call them squirrels?
Because a squirrel is someone who's not kosher, who does secret little deals behind the doors for their own...
Well, can you imagine a man like John Howard, for whom I have great respect, can you imagine him being involved in anything conspiratorial?
Well, he would not know, giving them the benefit of the doubt, being up the top of the food chain, all right, but his Minister for the Transport, which was Mr. John Anderson, he knew.
Well, he's the National Party, or was the National Party.
Yes, he knew at that time. But anyhow...
the trucks just don't disappear. I mean, he had a registration plate, and who took it? How did it leave your
government.
How did it leave your custody?
They stole it.
They stole it. Did you report it to the police?
Yeah.
And the police never found it? A semi-trailer? They couldn't find a semi-trailer?
We found it only because I'm old school, so I know how to make the CB work. That's, the
CB radio, yeah.
Yeah. And we put a Mayday out from my house here in Adelaide. Within about 3 hours, it was spotted on the way up to Toowoomba.
I think we could make a movie out of this, John.
Yeah, I've already. You know the gentleman who done Red Dog? He lives here.
Yeah,
he lives here in South Australia.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
His daughter's going out with my boy. He knows fully and aware of everything that we've done in life, and he said we'd make a great story. But just on the end of it, look, we also got a Senate return to order. All right, so it gives you
a Senate return to what?
Order.
What's that mean?
We got the squirrels checked out by the Senate again.
The Senate returned to order?
Yes.
I've listened to Parliament all the time and I've never heard that expression.
Yes. We got about, it's probably 12...
And what happened at the end of the Senate return to order?
We got all the information that we were required to pursue it in the federal court.
Did you get the truck back?
No.
Did you get any compensation? I guess you can claim it on insurance. Was it insured?
No, insurance company. No, it's a real tricky one. One day I'd like to have a lunch with you and I'll bring my fighting used it and I think I'd make your hair go grey.
My God, I think you would. Anyway, I got to move on, but thank you very much for the call.
Hear all the cool girls come from Chicago.